Hello, hello, and hello to my Sagittarius. This is Queen Moon Ra coming to you with your general reading. This reading is for the 19th of March through the 19th of April, Sagittarius. Let's get into it. Let's see what your cards have to say. Let's see what your cards have to say, Sagittarius. Let's go. Let's see what your cards have to say. All right, all right. Now you know Sunday is for questions to keep you, everybody, not just you, Sagittarius, but all of the tribe, all of the soul circle, soul family, focused on moving forward and going ahead and closing out cycles, phases, and cycles. Right. So we're coming towards the end of this cycle, and we're in a waning crescent moon phase. Yes, waning crescent moon phase. And so let's see what the cards have to say. Let's see what your cards have to say. Let's see what your cards have to say. We are still experiencing the last quarter moon in Sagittarius. So Sagittarius, you all could be teaching a lot of people around you how to learn how to adapt to moving on from something, right? So you want to definitely keep your vibrations high. Here we have the Ace of Pentacles, the Eight of Cups, the Ace of Wands, the Seven of Wands, the Page of Swords, the Emperor card, right? So, not by coincidence, the Emperor card is attached to Aries. We're coming up on a new moon in Aries. So you'll know that you're landed on the bright side of the moon in Aries. If you're starting to feel more energetic, more enterprising, more optimistic about your future, open to change, idealistic. But in contrast, you'll know that you're not, and you're landing on the dark side of the moon, as well as other people that have access to your universe, like your colleagues, family members, friends, all of that. If they've landed on the dark side of the moon, or you found yourself landing on the dark side of the moon, you feel more impulsive, more opinionated, domineering, impatient, and also vain. So be very careful with your fire, okay? Here we have the Ace of Pentacles. Here we have the Eight of Cups. We also have the Ace of Wands. We also have the Seven of Wands. And then we also have the Page of Swords. The Page of Swords, the Page of Swords, the Page of Swords. Alrighty. Page of Swords. Okay, so like I said before, where are you going to put your fire? So that last quarter moon in Sagittarius gave everybody kind of like a little bit of warm nudge up under them to say, hey, it's time to move on. It's time to go ahead and close out some cycles. But the moon in Aries is also going to give you this warrior spirit. It's also a fire sign like you all, Sagittarius, but it's going to give you that warrior spirit. Like, you know what? Let me charge through these emotions in a high way, in a high vibrational way. But it can also be like that erupting volcano. So that's like double fire. So you have to decide where you want to put your fire. And so I do see some new inspiration to kind of push you more, closer to your purpose. And so that inspiration could be, you waking up one day and just say, hey, you know what? I need to move on from this. Why am I letting something get me so upset? Remember, the sword cuts both ways. So somebody could have cut you off, but you could have also cut somebody else off. Either way, the anxiety about a situation is going away because somebody has decided to move on from something and stay in their own light. That's the beautiful thing about you all being mutable signs. That's you, that's Pisces, that's Gemini, and also Virgo. Mutable signs are able to move on from some things, and some things that you're moving on from some things could be easier than others. The ones that's most difficult for you, and you have to decide, what your demons are. For some people, the demons is fear. Some people, the demons are doubt. Some people, the demons are uncertainty. It could be addictions. Whatever it is, it could be a sex demon, different types of demons. You could be tied to, I can't cut my family off. I mean, it could be a lot of different things that somebody is afraid to move on from, and that can also determine how you use your fire, right? So I see somebody moving on from something. Here we have the Nine of Swords, the Justice card. We have the Hierophant card, the Moon card, the Three of Pentacles, and also the Three of Cups. All right, so it looks like somebody has decided to move on, and just, focus on being optimistic. We're talking about Aries, right? We're not talking about Aries that Aries are the first sign in the Zodiac. They are cardinal signs, so they're initiating change of seasons, like from fall to spring, right? Like springing forward. So somebody's focusing on springing forward, emotionally, not letting something from the past overwhelm them. You've decided, hey, anything that's overwhelming me emotionally is causing me to be so distracted because I'm so overwhelmed by something that happened in the past. Even if it comes up in my memory, I need to go ahead and close it out. I need to go ahead and just focus on closing it out. So here we have the Three of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles is about perfect alignment when it comes to your stability, your security, your vitality, your loyalty, your patience, your career success, your prosperity, not just money like in paper and coins. So for somebody has a leadership position coming their way, like somebody's in a leadership position, which is going to be more money for you. So and you worked hard to get in that leadership position. So let me be the first one to congratulate somebody for their leadership position. But again, we're talking about your entire universe. So source is saying to you, if there's something in your personal life that's overwhelming you, it's time to release it so that the thing that you've been praying for in your business life can come to pass, right? And so or vice versa, right? So I do see somebody in a posture of gratitude, like, source, thank you for giving me the strength to move on with something instead of just going along with the flow, because it was causing somebody like this to be like this, causing somebody some sleepless nights. On one hand, adaptability is great because, hey, who wouldn't want to adapt to being a lottery winner, right? But adaptability, along that same vein, adaptability may not be the best if people are used to you kind of sort of being a rug, like a carpet. What is it called? Where people can just kind of walk all over you. So on one hand, if you hit the lottery, great, that's wonderful. I hit the lottery, I can adjust to being rich. But if you have the habit of being an overgiver, that same adaptability people that still have access to you will be able to easily manipulate you as well. So source really wants somebody to start the process of really kind of sort of discerning. If people leave your life, be okay with them leaving your life. Or they cut you off, be okay with that. Just, you can keep the good memories in the forefront. And all that other stuff, I forgive them. I'm releasing it in fire. You're a fire sign. I can release it in a burning bowl, and I'm moving on. Don't have anything negative to say about them. Not plotting and planning. No, none of that. I'm just keeping my vibrations high. I may not even understand why the cycle was closed. All I need to know is that I need to move on from it. So that's what I'm seeing for you all. So I do see you balancing things out. Here we have the Four of Cups. We also have the Justice card coming out again. We also have the Knight of Cups. We also have the Chariot card. We have the Seven of Pentacles and also the Ace of Pentacles. So the Justice card again lets me know, again, somebody is, this is further reiterating to sever ties with anything, Sagittarius, that you feel like emotionally is overwhelming for you, right? Anything from your past that you feel like is emotionally overwhelming for you. There's a lot of feelings in this card. Here's the Chariot card. Lets me know that somebody, you see this black horse and this white horse, so it's like somebody is at a kind of a standstill, like trying to decide how to proceed moving forward. And source is saying leave an overwhelming past, whether it was a recent past or even all the way back to your childhood. Release it. Let it fall by the wayside, because source is trying to put somebody in a position of being laser focused. So let's say you got some stuff that's going on in your personal life where a friendship ended, a romantic relationship ended, a family relationship ended. You don't want to bring all of that to work. That's a major distraction, or even vice versa. Let's say a job ended, a contract ended or whatever. You don't want to bring all of that stuff home. So source is further reiterating healthy work-life balance. That's why you're seeing the Justice card out here twice. Healthy work-life balance. You have a real opportunity to keep your vibrations high, and that's if you want to adapt, go along with the flow of that. Hey, I'm ready for this new position at work. I'm ready for this leadership position where there's more money coming in. So I want to make sure that I'm not bringing, past stuff in either place, my personal life or my professional life. So source is really encouraging somebody to save themselves, to be your own knight in shining armor. You don't have to wait for somebody else to validate, oh yeah, that person, whatever, like to jump on a bandwagon of something negative. Source is saying to you, save yourself from this situation. Keep your vibration high. You got a lot of good things coming your way. You got the Seven of Pentacles and Ace of Pentacles, which as Ace of Pentacles came out twice. You're a very hard-working person. You work hard to invest in yourself, so you earn this position at work. You earn perfect alignment with it. And I see your money growing, right? So anything that you have to leave behind, just leave it behind in the past, because ruminating over it is not going to make it any better. It's not going to change a situation like living in the past. Source is saying it's time to move forward and save yourself from something. You know, we don't have the power to save other people. We're not other people's saviors. So we don't have the power to make a person close something out in a way that maybe you want them to close it out. Source is saying to you, we don't have that power to make somebody close something out. If they've already closed something out and they've already moved on with their lives, release it. Just release it. Forgive and move on. Forgive and move on. And remember, we're not robots, so everybody has feelings, and that sword cuts both ways. So, you know, that their argument may just be as valid as yours. But the bottom line is that this is somebody's tower moment. Somebody has a tower moment of deciding. Tower moment is connected to the planet Mars, which is the energy planet Sagittarius. So, Source is saying to you, decide where you want to put your energy. Do you want to close out this cycle in love? Or do you want to continue this cycle, just leaving it open and continue it draining, talking about it? You know, entertaining conversations about certain things, letting it get you mad all over again. Like Source is saying to you, you have a real opportunity, Sagittarius, to create the life that you know that you deserve. Here we have the Ten of Pentacles, which is legacy wealth. What do you want your legacy to be tied to? Not everybody's going to get along. Some people are really literally like on two different frequencies. It doesn't mean that you're better than they are or they're better than you are or none of that. Just on two different, we have almost 9 billion people on the planet. So not everybody's going to get along, right? Even when you see like the one-dimensional compatibility charts, they may say this sign gets along with this sign, great. But guess what? All signs are different, because even if you have two Sagittarius, the sun sign, their moon signs could be different. Rising, Venus, Pluto, Uranus, all could be totally different. So a lot of people can say, oh, I love Sagittarius. You have another person that may say, I hate Sagittarius. In the big scheme of things, what does that have to do with you? We're in human flesh. So that means that you have a choice. That free will that God gave us. You have a choice to say, okay, a lot of people are saying X, Y, and Z about me. Let me start to look at myself and see if there's some things I can change about myself, or some things that could have been fear. Whatever it was, Source is trying to make somebody very wealthy, bring a new tribe of people into your life that are loyal, that are patient with you, that are, you know, happy for your career success, all of those things, right? So here we have, this is the Queen of Pentacles right here. That's God's way of saying, I'm sending some people across your path that see you as down to earth, very relatable, a person that can connect to the earth, somebody who is stable, somebody who is rooted and grounded, someone who is patient, all of those things. So that's what Source is trying to send across your path. And this Lover's card lets me know that one, somebody could have a twin flame coming across their life, but more importantly, this card right here attached to Gemini. Gemini is ruled by Mercury, which is not retrograde right now. The communication, knowledge, learning, and the messenger planet. A clear message has been sent to somebody that your tribe is out there. So are you going to waste your energy on something that did not end the way you wanted it to end? Are you going to start putting your energy towards things that motivate you, where you have mental clarity, where you feel powerful, personally powerful, where you feel like you can levitate? Where do you want to put your energy, right? So we have a Three of Pentacles again. Three of Pentacles again lets me know further everything is in alignment for you. Your money is growing. You worked very, very hard. You've invested in yourself. So you got a lot of good things coming your way, but you're on the other side of a long and arduous journey that for some of you all could have started, when your solar plexus chakras were being developed. And so solar plexus chakras are developed between the ages of 15 and 21. And so it could have started all the way back there, or it could have started at your root chakra between ages 0 and 7, or between your sacral chakra 8 and 14. So whenever all of this started, Source is trying to help somebody to get realigned at the lower chakras. So one of the things that Source is telling me to share with you guys is to shine a light on, there is options that you can listen to lower chakra music for free on YouTube to get all of these things back in alignment. That's what God wants somebody to do, is like listen to those, because you'll realize that some people don't have a problem closing out cycles. They don't like a whole bunch of drama. They don't have like a whole lot of movement. They don't have to have one last conversation. Some people just move on. Some people just decide to move on. And so if that angers or frustrates a person to assume the worst, then it just makes it worse. It further solidifies for them, and that is why I close out a cycle. I don't even have time to even process what's going on in my life, and I leave this person to their devices for a short period of time, and all of a sudden I'm the worst person in the world. I'm this, I'm that, I'm so on. So again, Source is saying to you, this is the lesson that somebody is learning, and this could be somebody's tower moment, that just like a person who died in your life, they weren't intentionally trying to hurt you or leave you behind. Source called them home. Take time to go to the next frequency. So again, that's what Source is trying to teach somebody, is just like there's the lesson is that where do you want to put your energy? In short, where do you want to put your energy? Here are the questions for you, and this is for everybody, right? So again, as a fire sign, a moon in Aries in particular will it really underlines your impulsiveness, and it enhances your magnetic ability to sway others. So you have a great dash and energy. So do you want to sway others negatively, or do you want to sway others positively, right? Because Source is trying to make somebody very wealthy. And so again, wealthy, again, not just in paper and coins and great credit, but also in loyal friendships, and where people are patient with you, just as patient as you've been with other people. Like Source is trying to make people wealthy in their careers, trying to make make you more prosperous, all of those things. So you have to decide, where do you want to put your fire? Where do you want to put your fire as a fire sign, so that you can continue dreaming bigger and creating room to receive everything that you've been thanking Source for, right? And so if there's any insecurities, in your root chakra, that's exactly where the devil is going to go in, attack your insecurity. So if you grew up poor, or somebody or money is an issue for you, or somebody else having money is an issue for, that's exactly what the devil is going to attack, and will use anybody to trigger that in you. Or if you're a person who your career isn't as successful as somebody else's, guess what? That's exactly what the devil is going in to attack, and will use anybody else. If you don't have loyalty in your circle, that's exactly what the devil is going to go into attack. So somebody has to look at it from a higher frequency to see exactly that the enemy is the one that's responsible for a lot of things. So here we go with your questions. Your question, and these are for everybody. So if you're cross-watching, or if you're if you're looking at another zodiac sign, you'll hear these exact same questions for every sign. First question is, are you struggling with low self-worth? The second question is, are you procrastinating, perhaps stuck in a relationship or situation at home or work that you're not happy with? The third question is, are you repressing your emotions and feelings and consequently feeling resentful? The fourth question is, are you holding yourself back, paralyzed in unconscious fear that stops you from taking the leap into the unknown? And then last but not least is, if you'd known you were fully supported, Sagittarius, what would you do? Right? So this is about ramming through those insecurities and get a real opportunity to rebuild, like something strong from the root. And really, if there's still people in your universe right now that has access to your universe, that they are bringing back negativity or further causing you to feel insecure, guess what? It may be time for them to wrap it up on out of your universe, right? You may have to start closing out some cycles, but I do see some kind of movement happening for you. See some kind of movement in the direction of you, like I said, the anxiety going away about a situation, and you're just kind of ceasing all conversation about something. Like really, really ceasing conversation about something. So let's see what else we got going on here. Here we have, your commitment is being tested, and that is the truth. The enemy is, and the enemy is the tempter. But guess what? Who's over that? God. God has allowed the enemy to tempt you, to test to see if your commitment to your purpose, if you're still committed to your purpose, which is to serve Source. And we're not talking about religion either. We're talking about, is your commitment to whatever your purpose is. It could be healing people. It could be helping people. It could be whatever it is. Source is allowing the devil to test you to see if you're still committed to what your purpose here is on earth, right? And we'll use anybody to trigger that. Anybody. Sometimes people don't even know they're being used by the devil. So let's see what else we got going on here, Sagittarius. Let's see what else we have going on here. Let's see what your number is, and let's go ahead and get ready to close this out. Let's see what your number is, and let's get ready to close this out. Let's get ready to close it out. Here we have 888. I am abundant. There we go. As you focus on all the wonderful things that surround you, Sagittarius, you're clearing the path for more positive energy to flow into all areas of your life and creating a place for abundance. That's what I'm talking about. Source is really trying to help somebody like really build. So any cycles that somebody else has already closed out, airtight, that you're no longer a part of, or you've had to initiate the closing out of the cycle that they're no longer a part of, Source is saying it's all good because it's all God. There was a lesson. People come into your life for a season and they move on. Learn whatever lesson you needed to learn and move on. That's what God wants somebody to do. Here, just pull one last card, Sagittarius, and let's move on as we get ready to close out this cycle in love. Close it out in love and get ready for this new moon in Aries, which kicks off on the 21st. By that time, we will be in Aries season. So if you know an Aries, send them some love. Here we have affirmations for freedom. I am free to be me. I am free to live fully. I am present in this moment. I am not bound by my circumstances. I am stronger than fear or doubt. I have the power to create a new reality. That's right. That's right. Use your power wisely. That is what I have for you. Like I said before, you got some ancestors around you trying to help you through this process of just building and getting rooted and grounded. And so, take notes, take pages out of their notebooks. And sources, like I said before, you don't have to sit around and ruminate. You see this little boy right here with the arms folded? You don't have to sit around and ruminate over it. Source is saying to you, this is where you save yourself. For somebody, you could have new love coming across your life, but I don't want anybody to be distracted by thinking that a new love is going to take your mind off of lessons that God wanted you to learn about yourself, right? Because it can be new love, or it can be a reset on your current love situation, right? Where, could give you some inspiration to move on, from something. But either way, with or without a new love for somebody or a reset love in your life, Source is saying to you, I want you to learn the lesson with or without them. That sometimes cycles close out, and you don't get the answers that you may have been seeking, but still, it's all good because it's all God. If God allowed it, it was a lesson that you were supposed to learn. It's time to move on in love. Toss it into a fire pit since you're a fire sign, because fire is very fire can be very healing. It can restore you back to good health. It literally emotionally can restore you back to good health. So that's somebody's tower moment. It's like just tearing all this belief system down. Their cycles need to be closed out perfectly. Sometimes they just end. Just like a person decides, hey, I'm tired of Earth, so it's time for me to go to the next dimension, and I have to say goodbye to my family and my loved ones. And so that doesn't always feel good. But that's what I have for you, Sagittarius. I will see you all on Monday. Bye.